energy here as it relates to this collective in love. What do they need to know this time? This is the reading. We're just going to turn this up. This is the whole reading. Okay, so this is a collective. Yeah, this is definitely a collective that is seeking a love that not only feels connected, but is also seeking partnership. Like it's seeking, and this is also about a collective that wants a love that actually shows up for them. Like shows up for them consistently. A love that is dedicated. A love that is devoted to you. I feel like you are searching for a relationship with somebody who's going to make a meaningful contribution to your life. Okay? Somebody who also has things going for them as well. Not someone who's going to bring you down because you've worked really hard to get to where you are today. You put a lot of work into yourself. So not only someone who's going to show you appreciation in terms of what you offer to them, but is also going to be able to reciprocate. It's also going to be able to reciprocate your efforts. And I also feel like this is a collective that's seeking somebody who will also appreciate the person that they are. I feel like you're wanting to consciously attract in a relationship with a partner who notices all of the work that you put into yourself, right? It feels like this is a collective that is definitely leveled up, that is definitely upgraded, and is not willing to compromise or settle or accept a relationship with someone that's going to bring them down, regardless of how strong the connection is, regardless of how good the time in the bedroom is. Y'all not going to be hoodwinked anymore. You're not going to be fooled anymore. You're like, if it's good, great, but I need the whole package. I need it all. Okay, I'm not asking for much. I'm just asking for it all. That's all I'm asking for. Okay, Spirit, you got that? Okay, let's see. Someone mutually on the same page. What do we need to know about this person my collective is attracting in period at this time? What do we need to know? No more gas station hot dogs. We're not having it. Not in 2025. Okay, maybe 2024 they tasted kind of good, but not in 2025. Absolutely not. And here's the thing about this collective. You know that this is possible. Where maybe in the past you had some doubts or had some fears. Not only do you know that this is possible, some of you could be practicing some witchcraft or utilizing some manifestation practices or incorporating and using your spiritual gifts to be able to call in this energy. You have definitely seen some major shifts through a commitment to your spiritual practice. You might even be seeing signs and synchronicities around this person coming towards you, whether it's a past person or a new person. You also could be a Pisces or have strong Piscean energy in your chart. This is a collective that feels very intuitive, very empathic, and very connected to their aligned path. So it feels like in the past, maybe you were seeking a path that was somewhat resistant or going against the grain. And through the process of evolving spiritually, you recognize your value, you recognize your worth, maybe even a deepening of your spiritual gifts gave you more confidence, And now that you have healed and evolved and you're feeling more confident in yourself just overall, but definitely spiritually, you feel that this is inevitable. This is inevitable. Whether it's a new person or past person, you feel like you attracting in a higher level partnership is inevitable. So you're not sweating it. You're not stressing. You might have stressed in the past. This might have been something that was a point of tension for you in the past, but this feels like it has ease, okay? And yeah, the gifts have been upgrading. They have been upgrading. So this partner feels like an upgrade too. What do we need to know about this person that is coming in from my collective? Okay. Could be a Libra that you're connected to. Could also be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I strongly feel fire energy here. You could also have fire energy in your chart. This is somebody, okay, if this is a past person, tell me about this person. We're going to look at past energy. If this is a past person, this is somebody who definitely sees you as being the total package, okay? They see you as somebody who has a lot going for you in terms of maybe your career, your ambitions. They see you as somebody who is very stable and grounded, maybe a good mother as well, or a good father, a good parent. They see you as somebody who takes care of your own, but they also see you as somebody who's very gentle and intuitive and kind and empathetic. They see you as the best of both worlds. The best of both worlds. Somebody that can both hold them down in terms of having their own ambitions. Like you have your own life. You're independent. You're not just depending on a person to complete you. But you also have this beautiful, deep, intuitive gift and capacity to connect to others. You're the total package. You are the total package. And this past person knows that they're not going to find this total package in anyone else. They do, okay? They know that they've maybe even tried. They could have maybe tried in the past. Maybe they were back and forth with another energy. Or maybe this is somebody who did sow their wild oats before they connected with you. But I do feel like this is somebody who's realized that they need to make a formal decision here, or they need to at least take action based on a decision they've already made because of the fact that you are the best of both worlds. Damn. This is somebody who is like, I know this is for me. I know this is right for me. And I know that this is a blessing in my life. So I can't sit here any longer being complacent. Like, I need to take action. I need to take action. This is somebody who's almost like chomping at the bit. There's a restlessness in their energy. What is this person wanting with my collective? You are the total package. This is somebody who knows that they have to put in some work here with you. Okay? Damn. I just got chills up and down my spine. Hi, John. This is somebody who wants to put in the work so they can nurture you, so they can tend to the seeds that the two of you have planted together. This is somebody who does desire to have growth and expansion. And I feel that they also recognize that they have to put in the work here for you to be able to see them in the same light that they see you in. This is, I feel like a big shift, because I feel in the past, you felt, look at this, Emperor and the Empress. You felt like you needed to prove yourself to this person. But I feel like the moment you take a step back and you stop trying to prove yourself to this person, they see you. They see you. They see everything. They acknowledge, because you've given them the space for them to do so. And the two of you are definitely well suited. This is a very complementary energy. This could be a divine counterpart energy or twin flame energy. But this is somebody who's like, yes, I see all that they have to offer, but now I have to put in the work, so they're going to see me in that same light. Okay? So it could be a divine masculine, divine feminine energy here. But there is a major shift in this relationship. Okay? Could be an emotional offer, emotional openness, finally having courage to, again, make a big change. Make a big change here. What is the change here for this relationship? Moving beyond a period of a pause. So if there was a pause, okay, if there was a pause in the past, if there was somebody here running from this connection or avoiding this connection on either side, I feel like for different points in time, both of you could have been avoiding things. I'm also seeing a red car could be significant. The initials R, S, C, P, and M could be significant, okay? But yeah, there was a period here of pause. There was a period here of pause, and I feel like it's almost like there was an interlude. Like maybe you were focusing on other things at the time. And that was necessary in order for you to be able to fuel your inspiration towards this new path. Damn. Okay, tell me a little bit more about what the future will hold. What do we need to know? So I see this person recognizing that if they do not move forward towards you, if they don't take action towards you, you might be done. And not because you're seeking someone else, but because you're in this place in your life in which you know that you're going to attract what you deserve. That's what this is. You're confident. You're confident that no matter what, the universe has your back. And you're not sweating this person. You're not sweating the process of attracting someone. You're not sweating relationships at all, to be honest. I feel like this is a collective that's not really focused so much on needing to chase or pursue a romantic relationship at this time. It feels like you're very much nurturing your divine feminine energy. So even if you're not a female, right, you can nurture your feminine energy, which is that energy that's intuitive and that energy that is focusing on your own growth. Feminine energy is a complete life cycle, right? Divine feminine is like full life cycle. So it's like you being able to plant new seeds of intention towards growth and expansion, towards this process of rebirth within your life. I feel like that's where you are. You're planting new seeds of intention and commitment, and you know the universe is going to provide you the abundance that you've been cultivating consciously. So this level of confidence connected with your intuition is allowing you to no longer chase or seek anyone, really for anything. That's the other thing about feminine energy. You have everything within you. Feminine energy doesn't need anything outside of them to produce life. You are life in essence. You are the creation of life. So it feels like this is an energy that's like, I have everything here. I don't need anything outside of me. And that is allowing you to be in this highly magnetic, highly attractive energy. Okay. Again, you could be dealing with a fire sign here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, strong Aries energy. I also have Capricorn and Pisces. Okay. What is the future going to be with this relationship? There's a new cycle here incoming. For those who read, for those who are in the know, if you know, you know. Okay. I see a new cycle here incoming. I see a brand new cycle in love for the two of you. Could specifically be in the month of February. Okay. I see the two of you talking about the future together, potentially even talking about moving in together. This is a union of two counterparts. And it's so interesting. Again, in the same way you stop trying to get your person to acknowledge you, you stop trying to seek them out, you stop trying to prove yourself to them. The moment you stop doing that, not only do they see your value and recognize it, But they now realize what they have to do in order to be able to feel like they're truly honoring that value. They know exactly what they have to do, and they have to take action here. So this feels expansive. Yeah, it could be Valentine's Day. Yeah. You could have a February birthday. That could be a confirmation. Tell me a little bit more, but I just heard expect something magical. Expect something magical. Okay? Finally moving forward. Finally moving forward. Let's get a little bit more insight. What do we expect here from this new chapter with this collective energy? This is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. I see this collective experiencing a new cycle with their person. It's not only just a fresh start, but it feels like the two of you are in a place in which you're situated for growth, in which you have a foundation that can expand and experience growth, where there was some stagnancy for a time. There was a stagnant period that was based on the fact that there was some type of confusion. And again, I feel like when you were trying to get this person to see you or acknowledge you or understand your worth, it might have even come across as you not owning that awareness of your worth, you not being able to own who you are and ultimately what you deserve. And that desire to prove yourself or defend yourself came across as well as to almost feeling like you were tricking this person into being with you. Like you had to swindle them in some way by declaring your worth to them and like convincing them and like wooing them. The moment you stop doing that, the moment you stop seducing this person, convincing this person, selling this person, like you stopped selling and you started showing. You started showing up in your life, but you stopped selling yourself to this person. And all of a sudden, this person doesn't feel that same energy, that same forceful energy of trying to convince. And that is a very confident energy. It's a very confident energy. It feels like you also having patience as well as you both navigated through this process is something that has incurred this growth. What do we need to know about the future? Damn, the song is feels good. It feels good. It feels good to finally be in a state of balance with this person. That's what I feel like is taking place here. This is the destined shift that you've been waiting for with this individual, okay? I feel like for some time, this has been something that was unavailable, okay? Unavailable to you. And there could have been some type of external influence. Doesn't have to be a third party, like a physical party, but there was something else this person was focusing on and that you were focusing on that I feel like was preventing them from fully opening up or was controlling their behavior. And I feel like you might have anticipated that. I'm also seeing some like watchful energy on one or both sides. Like one or both of you were watching each other during this time. We're watching each other during this time. Anything else we need to know about the future path here based on this energy? So an old cycle is closed. An old cycle is closed, but a new cycle is beginning. And a new cycle that is beginning is coming again because you're no longer focusing in on this person specifically to try to determine what their next action is. You're trusting your intuition. That's the key. So what this feels like is for some time you were like, you and this person were both like watching each other, stalking each other, trying to get the answers, trying to figure out what was next, maybe seeking guidance from psychics, numerous collective readings on TikTok and otherwise, trying to determine whether or not this person actually cared, what they felt about you, what their intentions were, spending all this time trying to observe them externally. But then you took a moment, you took a step back and you started to observe them from your internal focal point. From that internal vantage point, you started to observe them from your heart. You started to observe them based on how they felt to you, how you felt their purpose to be. Like you started to observe them based on your own intuitive knowing. And that feels like it shifted you out of a place of anxiety and like frenzied, frenetic energy into a place of groundedness, stability, and security. And the moment you started to look from the inside, it's like you felt safer. You stopped telling yourself stories about this person or stopped spinning your wheels. With one reading, it was like, this person's coming back to you. You're like, yay. And the next reading was like, actually, they're not. You're like, oh no. And it's like, you couldn't get a straight answer. It's like you're going back and forth to all of these external sources of insight. And all it was doing was spinning your wheels and causing confusion. And I just heard the word disturbance. It was creating disturbances. And I see that you eventually decided to take a step back and started to reflect upon how you truly felt intuitively. And that was the shift here. For both you and your person, that was a major shift because that came from a place of trust. Trusting yourself, trusting the universe, and trusting this person. That's a massive shift. And then no longer being dependent on energies outside of yourself feels freeing. It feels freeing. It feels like you can navigate the path from a place of emotional safety. And that is a major shift in this connection. So what do we need to know in terms of advice here? Any advice specifically for my collective on their side moving forward? Okay, so prepare here to be open to receive a new version of this relationship. I feel for some time you were focusing on what you could receive based on who they were to you in the past. You were like, well, if only we could build upon what we had. Well, I don't feel like you necessarily wanted to build upon what you had. It wasn't what you wanted, right? It wasn't the relationship type that you wanted. It wasn't, you didn't have a formal commitment. You didn't have security in the relationship. So why would you want to expand upon that? Why would you want to expand or extrapolate from something that wasn't aligned with your values or what you were seeking? And I feel like this is for a collective that had to shift away from trying to manifest based on a foundation that was faulty and shift into a place in which you are willing to let go of the past, close an old cycle to be able to create something new, something that feels healthier, something that feels more balanced, something that feels aligned, something that feels like you can connect to it intuitively from a place of safety. Again, from a place of security. There is an energy here of letting go of the past, but it feels freeing to both of you. It truly does. And in order to let go of the past, you had to really trust. I feel like there was a level of trust that was required here to say, not only am I trusting the universe, but I'm trusting myself to make this decision. Okay? Advice here specifically on the energy that they're dealing with, their person. This is somebody that I feel like is gaining the courage to make this big change. Okay? And I feel like what you try to do for this person is try to guide them along the path. You are their cheerleader or hype person to try to encourage them to make this change for themselves. But you can't cheer someone on who's not cheering themselves on. You know what I mean? You can't be someone's advocate or hype person if they're not in a place in which they've taken that first step. And I feel like this is a collective who's like, I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to let them take those first steps and then I'm going to cheer them on. That's what you're being asked to do. Await this person taking those first few steps. See that they have an intention behind that action. Ensure that that intention feels aligned. And then encourage them. And then support them. Right? Help them facilitate what they've already ideated and set an intention around. The intentionality is everything. And as they take these actions or take these steps towards this action, I see an abundant harvest here being produced. Particularly for you, I see most of you are having a resolution for this relationship in February. And I'm also seeing that by month of August, again, August birthdays could be significant, August or September, that there's going to be some type of new growth. So this could be moving in together. This could be traveling the world together. There's some type of big shift that reflects growth within your relationship that's coming in the month of August, September. Okay? So anything else we need to know about this before we sign off from this energy? What else do we need to know? The song is If You Love Me. I don't feel like you're asking this person anymore. I feel like you used to ask this person, do you love me? Do you want me? Are we moving forward together? You don't act that way anymore. That's not in your vernacular. That's not in your repertoire. I feel like you look at this person like, I know you love me. I know you care. But I want to be loved right. I want to be loved down. I want to be loved in a way that feels like I am anchored by that love. I'm secured by that love. I'm satiated by that love. That's a love that is healing to me. That's a love that radiates warmth, compassion, and kindness towards me. I feel like you want a love that feels different than the love you had with this person in the past. Okay? Loved down. Loved down. And the final message here is allow yourself to forgive the person that you connected to initially. I feel like when you first connected to this person, this is somebody who in some ways was not ready for you. For whichever reason they were not ready, I feel like this is somebody who needed to go through big changes in their life. They weren't ready for you. And I feel because of that, I just heard shock to the system. You were a shock to this person's system. They needed that shock. They definitely needed it. Okay? I specifically just saw, was it defibrillator? When you're like bringing someone back to life, that's what this feels like. It feels like you literally shocked this person into a state of being present and connected and like taking their life seriously and acknowledging the opportunity that it is just to live and to breathe and to be able to have this beauty of this experience. Like that's what you brought to this person's life. But there's a period of recovery when you go through this shock. It's like you have to like restabilize yourself and, you know, get your wits about you. And I feel like this is somebody who for some time was in that state. They were needing to get back to a place in which they felt like they were making choices from a place of intention, not just from the state of survival. Right? Post this big change or this big shift that was required because of your presence. Your mere existence was startling, stunning, startling. And I feel like this is exactly what they needed. If you had not come in as this big shock to the system, I don't feel like they would have made these big changes. Okay? If you weren't the total package, I don't see that it would be worthy for them to take these big, bold steps. But I feel like they're finally ready. Now take a step back, give them space to do the healing that they need to do. Okay? And in the meantime, I see many of you are going to receive specific messages in a dream state that are confirming that this is somebody who is preparing for you. Okay? Damn. I hope that message was helpful for my collective. Sending so much love, positive energy, and abundance. If you had a message in that collective, 1111 down below to let me know that that was for you. We are going to do some yes or no questions. All you have to do is